What's happening, family? What is the deal? We back for another Thursday episode of the Turf and Rundown Show. As you can see, we here with a new time. Why? Because we thought, what better way to get some more of y'all up in here to check us out, for us to meet y'all, than to go at a new earlier time, man. So here we are, new time, 9:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Central. Turf, my guy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. I love what I'm seeing when it comes to everything this offseason. Right. It's actually starting to get a little bit easier to talk about. You know what I mean? It's starting to really, they're doing a good job of creating enough events, and enough, hoopla, if you will, to continue to have these shows and bring up things that'll be different. Right. And I mean, with the combine today, wow.
And we definitely gonna get into that. If you haven't watched the combine or don't know what's going on, let us update you a little later. Before we do that, man, let's go ahead and get some roll call in there. So, man, let's go ahead and let's see what we got up in here. Last, what's up, man? What's up with you, my guy? How you doing?
What's up, man?
Jorge, what is the deal, man? What's happening with you?
Yes, sir.
Steve. What's good?
Always in the building.
One of the realest, always in the building, my guy Rafa. One of the realest.
Yeah.
Brian, what's the deal, man? Some familiar faces I see. BZ, what's the deal? And of course, Brian, breaking new ground here on the show, has become the first member ever of the channel. You. So Brian, we appreciate you. Don't worry, y'all. I know. Me, myself, Turf and Rundown, we ain't did no giveaways, right? We look like fucking grifters. I understand, bro. I understand.
We got
but the giveaways are coming soon. Okay. You see the shirt that Turf got on. We trying to figure it out. All right. We're trying to figure it out. Also, we got merch from our guy Leo. If you haven't seen it already. If you want to show the hat off real quick, right? nice little turn for us. All right, you see, that's some of the merch that our guy Leo provides as well. So a giveaway is coming soon. Trust me, a giveaway is coming soon. But we always tell y'all, man, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all.
Bro, you got to go straight to it, bro.
Last.
Hey,
it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. To the fullest, bro.
100%.
To the fullest.
100%.
And y'all already know I be dropping like crazy. You already know Turf got his usual Tuesday show, man. So we're going to figure out something that we can do for y'all that, shows our support to y'all as well. Also for Turf and Rundown, we're going to figure out some good content for all the new members as well.
100%.
But shout out to everybody, man. Oh, my guy, Chili, always in the building. What is the deal? What is happening? So we're going to start something new here on the Turf and Rundown show. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Turf and I, we talk, right? But we don't talk like that outside of the show, all right? So when the segments come up on these shows, you're getting the unfiltered truth and our unfiltered response, right? Like, we're not sitting here outside the show deliberating on what we're going to say. But new segment, Raiders recap, right? So what we're going to do in the offseason is, since we come on every Thursday, we're going to go ahead and recap the important things to us, right, that stood out to us throughout the week until, this new show came. So, Turf, start with you, right? What highlighted to you since we've been on the air, right? What's been some big stories to you that's been highlighted?
Big stories, man. That's a tough one. I mean, right now, to be honest, the biggest story I think it has to be because the dominoes are going to start to fall immediately, effectively, and that is it. It looks like your boy Fields is going to Atlanta. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I mean, I don't see any other way you can't, understand that footage, right? It's that. I don't know. I think Atlanta's
his spot, man. I don't think it never made sense for us,
bro. I wouldn't say it didn't make sense for us. I just think, it's home for him. That's just the reality of things. And again, that's why I always say about Brandon Ayuk. The kid wants to come home. And I'm telling you, sometimes you'll do things to get home. And I think he would take a friendly deal.
If he was a free agent, I'd in agreement. But you got to trade for him and give up capital. Big thing for me was the franchise tagging of Snead for me. Since we've been on the air, I think that's been big. Because you talk about dominoes falling, right? Like that's a domino that we were waiting on. I think we talked about it here, right? Like they have to do one or two things. They're either going to keep Chris Jones or they're going to keep Snead, right? Yeah. And they've made their choice. They pretty much already told Snead, right? Like you can find a trade partner now. So they're allowing him to seek a trade and all that. So they've made their choice. They know who they're going to pay, which a smart choice indeed, right? Because if they was to let Chris Jones walk out of that building, that would be the dumbest thing they could do.
Absolutely. It changes the defense overnight.
It does. It does. And it also changes things for us in saying like Snead is off the table, bro. In no way in hell do I see a scenario where we trade capital to the Chiefs.
No. Doesn't make sense.
Because Snead, what do you think he's going to command, let's say, as far as trade value? What would you say?
Top dollar.
I don't think a first-round pick, though. Not no first-round pick.
Definitely a second.
I'll agree with that. I wouldn't say I'd give – hell no, you give him no 13 for no Snead. Hell no.
No way.
But our second?
I'd rather take that kid coming out.
Arnold?
Am I right? Yeah.
Arnold. I was saying earlier on X, I didn't think that he was really worth the 13. I could see it. I don't know. It's just something about it it's not captivating to me.
No, I understand. But the thing is, when you do that and you choose right, you know what I'm saying? That's a staple for a long time. Again, I always go back to the homie from Overtown, and that's Dwayne Starks. You know what I'm saying? That kid got drafted number 10 in the first round and never looked back. And I can guarantee you that the Ravens, they had no problem with it. They do the same thing over a million times. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. The only reason I say that is because he don't, and maybe I might be wrong, which of course would be a welcome surprise, but he don't give me the Christian Gonzalez feel. Because last year when Christian Gonzalez was sliding a little bit, I was like, bro, I would have taken him for where the Patriots took him, right? Like where the Patriots got Gonzalez last year, I was like, that's great ass value, bro, because he should have went way higher than that. Way higher than that. Like when I watch Arnold's film, it don't give me the same feel, right? Like it don't give me the same feel like when I watched Witherspoon's tape last year. I was like, oh yeah, no question. No question, you know what I mean? Like top 15 pick, if we're there, whatever the case, oh yeah, bro, grab him. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, what do you see from Arnold though?
Nah, I think he could be one of those guys that's a staple for the next decade. I really do.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he plays in the top division, if you will. So he's playing the top talent. He was just a little grabby for me, man. Like on the tape, he get a little grabby sometimes. Yeah, he's in the grabby. When you got that already coming in, it's like. I mean, he's an aggressive kid. Man. I mean, I agree. There's some things that, as all rookies, they're gonna have to work on some things. And
there's certain guys that I know a lot of Raider Nation likes where I have a little pause. There's cause. Right. There's cause for pause, which makes me like, all right, I think we can have better prospects. You know what I mean? But before we get to talking about the combine, because that's our next segment, right? Let's open it up to the chat, right? I mean, recap chat over the past week. What has really stood out to y'all, right? Like, well, look, give me some headlines that have stood out to y'all. Give us some headlines that have stood out to y'all over this past week.
Yeah, shout them out.
most definitely, man. 831 in the building, man. What's going on with you?
Shout out.
831 in the building.
100%.
And see, this is why, I feel like the people we have in the chat, the people we, starting the community with, it's like we understand it's all for the love, bro. Now, of course, Turf and I trying to make some chip. We ain't gonna lie to you, right? We trying to make our pockets swell, but right. Understand that we still doing the content for the love of it, bro. Like that is what it is.
100%. This is absolutely 100% for the love. Trust me, I came into this without expecting a dime. I started this in 21, the minute that the stadium opened up. So you can already tell that this was not a money grab for me at all. I did this because I enjoyed it. And don't get me wrong, because it was some rough times, right? And that's why I couldn't do shows every week, because I would have probably had my show canceled. I'd have had my whole YouTube channel taken down. I wasn't able to handle these losses properly. You know what I mean? Right. Shout out to my guys, my old school heads from Oakland that, really started to give me better perspective, man. Because I honestly just wouldn't do a show. I'd skip shows, man. And, now I'm not doing that anymore. Exactly. Now I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Because it's like like the unfiltered is what you need. Like your reaction is what makes the show your show. You know what I'm saying? Like, so right. I understand that completely. What Brandon's talking about right here is crazy to me. Kirk to Atlanta? Wild.
Oh.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Crazy.
But if that happens, bro, like that'd be a complete flip-flop. And Fields to Pittsburgh. Now, look, I'm not gonna lie to you though. If Fields do go to Pittsburgh, I wouldn't be mad at it. But
that's not home. But yeah,
no, I mean, I would like him with Mike Tomlin. I would. That's a good coach. But the thing is, their GM just sat there and backed Kenny Pickett 100%. So
right, yeah, they definitely love. Sam Tonka.
Damn, hey.
Appreciate
Sam always in the building, man. Brian, he thinks that we should draft Rattler in the 3rd and get a free agent like Russ. See, the Russ talk continues. It continues. We'll talk about that because obviously it's like y'all already know our segments, bro. Y'all know, like y'all already know what we want to talk about, bro. But we'll talk about that a little later, man, because the Russ talk in Raider Nation is heating up. I don't know.
It is. And for good reason. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, we'll talk when we get there. Yeah,
but I mean, we'll see.
I got a lot to say on that. I mean, it just makes sense.
I already know. Yeah. I already know. Russ on extremely cheap and Rattler will be good with me. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not a bad plan. It's not a terrible plan. It's not terrible. Real quick, we gotta say what's up to Dominique as he is in the building. Yep. So next little segment that we got to get into, right? And we just alluded to it a little bit before, but that's the combine talk, right? This combine talk. Now today it was the D linemen, it was the linebackers, pretty much the bulk of what we wanted to see, right? Like now the corners are gonna go, but at the end of the day, like I was watching this group closely. This is what I wanted to see. Right. And then the quarterbacks go on Saturday. We'll talk about that a little later. But, right, what stood out to you today so far? Just watching.
Honestly, what stood out to me today is that these kids are not the kids of yesterday. It's very different, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely amazed at what I'm seeing. That's just facts. I just don't even understand. I mean, some of the way these guys can move at size, because you're talking defensive line and linebackers, and that's the other part that I was just shocked at. I was having a hard time trying to figure out which ones were linebackers compared to defensive linemen at some point too.
It's like, damn,
they was running the same thing. They was just athletic. I mean, it was crazy today looking at that talent. This is by far.
This is the year, man.
Far the biggest. And that's, what I will say is if there's ever a draft to get as many picks as you can to stock up, this is the one. I'm not going to lie.
If you need trenches, this is the draft for you. Like, if you need trenches.
I've been watching football for a long time, and I'm letting y'all know. This is outrageous. The talent for this draft is outrageous. It's outrageous.
I've been saying that shit for a minute, bro. I've been saying this for a minute. I've said that like I think I could go back in my videos last year. Bro, I was saying that last year. I was like, bro, this draft is going to be insane. But the interior and the linemen, the trenches is where it's at in this draft. Like there are some sexy playmaker names for sure. But the interior is crazy.
It is. It's actually the offense and defensive line that's just killing the draft right now.
Bro.
I mean, we understand the quarterbacks, but to be honest, I think they second to the defensive line right now.
Like,
it's all about that D&O line.
Chad, mark our words. This is the draft where there's going to be some defensive linemen, some offensive linemen that get drafted in rounds 2, 3, maybe 4 that should have never slid that far. In other drafts, bro, they wouldn't be sliding that far. Like, this is how talented this crop of players are, right? Like, it's like you're going to get players that slide in the rounds that have no business sliding the rounds they're sliding to. No business, right? Like, you look at the Fisker dude. Goddamn, they talking about this man was a second-round pick. He done worked his way like
he's top 10. He's top 10. He's
bro. That Fisker guy, he done worked his way back up into the first round. You talk about.
I watched him on the screen. I'm letting y'all know that man is top 10 easy.
You talk about Byron Murphy, who a lot of people have mocked to us. What did he run? A 4.6?
Outstanding.
At that size? At 4.6 at that size?
Right.
Do y'all understand what that is? Like the fact I saw him like just in the shirts and shorts, and I was like, God damn, like, this motherfucker's huge. But to run a 4.6,
right,
bro. And then I mean, and don't get us wrong, we're getting excited, and trust us, we understand that the shorts and shirts don't really mean anything when it comes to real film. But it's the fact Turf and I have watched these guys' films. We've studied these guys. The combine is matching what we've watched on the film, bro. Like that's what's crazy.
100%. It's matching big time.
And that's what you use the combine for, right? Like you already scout these guys, you already know the guys, but you want to see if what shirts and shorts does that match what I saw on film.
Right.
Most of this shit is, I mean, Turf, Tavondre Sweat at 366 ran under 5.
Dude is huge too. He's just a run stopper. You know, the one thing I think I've heard and you see on anything he does is he does stand up a little bit, but at that size, that doesn't matter for where he's going to play. And in fact, it's probably going to help everything. I mean, good luck running in between the tackles. Just good luck. I don't know what else.
Because we talking about, well, with him, we talk about a nose, right? He's a nose. You know, I think we talked about it all in our chat. There's the debate now. Where do you go at D tackle if it's a first round? Do you go with Murphy? Do we go with Newton? Honestly, me personally, I think Newton is a better prospect.
You won't be there, but yes.
No. But get this right. You better thank your lucky stars, Turf, that this man Newton is hurt right now. He's hurt. He cannot do the combine. Yeah, he got a foot injury. That's why he's not out there.
Whoa.
I
was wondering why I didn't see him anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. So now, if he's not out there, right? Recency bias. You know how I go. Murphy running a 4.6, you know, he gonna drop. We be able to snatch that. You know what I mean? I personally think Newton is better than Murphy, but
I agree.
The athleticism of Murphy and just this man is an animal, bro. He plays like an ape, bro. Like I can fuck with that.
Right. No, I agree. He's 100% very versatile. He's one of the best in this draft. And it will show day one. Day one it'll show.
I won't be mad at it.
Yeah, even more so than Sweat.
I won't be mad at it. Like, say if you did you got Murphy in the first round, and then you get Rattler in the later rounds, right? At least you took care of the quarterback situation at some point.
So
you get Travis or something. Regardless of it, at least
so ding, 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 ding. You just finally hit on something that got Turf ready to talk, and that is our guy, Mr. Travis. I don't understand why people are naming off any of these other quarterbacks outside of him. I mean, how many times do we have to say, look, just go check the tape? He outplayed the guy we want the most in the game that mattered to them. So, I mean, the kid can ball. He runs the 4.6 40. He can move. He's got elusiveness. He's not too small. He's 6'1", but I mean, clearly he had them winning. He's a winner, a proven winner. I mean, the only reason they got manhandled is because he was hurt. But the bottom line is I'll take Travis over everybody else that's not one of those top threes. I'm sorry. I'll take him over Penix. I'll take him over Knicks. I'll take him over any of those other guys. JJ, all of them. Yep.
You know what's gonna tell me this right now? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna tell me if I do it. The medicals on Saturday need to come back and tell me that he will be ready for at least training camp or something. If he's not going to be ready by training camp, Turf, it's a pass.
No, so that is a great point. That is a great valid point. I don't want any more of this, Garoppolo.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
Arm slash, I don't want that. If that's the case, if the kid's
Rattler,
because he's not doing the combine, right? He can't.
No, hell no, he can't do the combine.
Exactly. So, without the ability to be out there and do something, the thing is though, what if he's still there in the 5th round? And we know
he can't play till training camp.
It won't matter. It won't matter because we're gonna go get a vet anyways to mix it up.
But it's not a true competition now. Well,
it will be because I'm telling you right now, if we go get any of the true vets that are out there, they're absolutely going to beat out O'Connell. They're just going to. I mean, that's just the fact. And they're going to beat out Travis or any other quarterback less the top 3. So, I mean, and it gives them a good chance to just come on, guys. We just saw what Love did. The kid had a great chance to sit and relax and really learn the game. Our guy got thrown in there to the Wolves, and look how we're treating him. I mean, he went 4-1 in his last 5 games.
Let's open it up to the chat, man. Are y'all? Do you want Spencer Rattler or would you want Jordan Travis? Give it to us, chat. Which one?
Spencer Rattler, Knicks. Hey, a lot of people want Penix. I think the surgeries are a problem. You're talking about Travis's injuries.
That's what I'm saying. The medicals will tell me, right? Yeah. The medicals was everything I need to know, bro. Like if it come back, like it's a little iffy on that ankle with Trav now. It's a little iffy. He ain't gonna be ready till training camp, and even then, you're gonna need a little more time after that. Oh no, I'm out. I'm not doing that.
Which quarterback played baseball? That's the one I want. That's a great question. I think that's gonna be who? Is that Travis?
I got 1 for Rattler, 2 for Travis, so it's 2-1. It's a tie. Boom. So you go with Travis, Beezy. Yeah. So you going with Travis.
I know his brother played at Florida State.
Boom, we back tied again. 3-3. I mean, yeah. I think boom. And see, this is the next thing. I do want to highlight this. I'm glad you said this, 831. You might be right, Turf, in the sense of this. We got on Telesco, and I know a majority of people got on Telesco for the fact that most of his draft picks just weren't healthy when he was with the Chargers, right? Like he had good picks, but they weren't healthy. You really think he want to start that off with an injury-prone dude like this already? He might have PTSD.
Right.
He might have PTSD. So you might be right in the category of if it came down to Penix or Knicks, it might come down to that.
Right. Yep. Travis was on fire. Did you pass these? I wasn't looking. You look like you passed Travis.
No.
Don't be biased.
For Chili now, that makes it 4-3. That makes it 4-3. So Eric.
Not Chili.
So far, the chat is for Trav, but it's a close though. It's close. I just think that Rattler has more arm talent.
I think what I really honestly think is you're getting better value for where you're going to pick Travis for 1. Period.
Oh, that's true. Because of the injury.
You're going to get better value, and he's not playing anyways. I'm sorry. I don't think any of these guys, Penix, I don't think anybody that we draft is playing over anybody that we're going to have above them. That includes the AOC. I just don't see it. Yep.
Well,
I don't see it. I think y'all are underestimating.
Well, look, we're talking about all this.
Is gone.
We're talking about all this, all that, right? We might as well go ahead and bring it up now. Russ to LV, right? Is this what we gonna do? Are we cool with Russell coming to Vegas, man? Me personally,
right?
It's not my first choice. It's not. I don't want that to be the first choice, right? Now, if it's a choice where it's like, all right, bro, like, you know, maybe we have the luxury to do it, or it's like that's the last goddamn option as far as competition when it comes to Aiden O'Connell, then sure, right? We've exhausted all the options, and you know, at this point now we can't have any more options. Russ is where it needs to be. Okay, cool, that's fine.
Right.
But I don't want that shit to be like, oh, well, that's default, bro. We're just going to go get Russ and we roll. Like, come on, bro. Be realistic.
Right. No, I agree. I don't know, man. My problem is I know we don't need some superstar quarterback. That's just not what we need. You're not beating Mahomes because your quarterback is going to be as good, if not better than him that day. That's just not what's going to happen. No. You're going to win from a defensive effort. And that's where I would have loved for us to shock the world and literally go all defense. Defensive lineman, cornerback, or defensive lineman, cornerback, you know, linebacker. But if we go all D, I think that would be sending a strong message, and let's keep it 100. That is what the Raiders is about. That is honestly like Raiders defense, bro. It always
think about it like this too, though.
Taking shots
on the bright side of it, because we always say this: you move up if it works. Oh my God, bro! Like we're in heaven if it works, right? If it works, we're in heaven. Now, if it doesn't work, obviously people get fired and yada yada, regardless of the case. But on the bright side of the negativity, the money is still good, right? Like that's where it really falls. Now, with Russ, you don't really have that concern of money because we're not paying him shit, right? Like we're paying him pennies on the dollar, for real, to come over here and play, which is the only enticing thing for me, is the fact that the bread is good, right? Like, and I think he'll be good in a 17-game season. He'll probably get you 7 to 8 wins. Now, is our defense and roster going to be able to put it over the hump to 10 or 11? Question mark there, right? But I don't think Russ by himself puts us over the hump. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think Russ by himself puts us over the hump to 10 wins, 11 wins. Well,
not himself. I mean, we need those defensive pieces. I think if we get a premier defensive tackle and a formidable cornerback, I absolutely believe it doesn't even matter if it's not Russ. Just somebody that doesn't mess up. That's just my honest feeling.
You just stick with Aiden at that fucking point.
I agree. That's
this is my problem, right? This is my problem.
I'm a fan.
But this is my problem, though. It's like, then there's like, if we don't move up, right? Now you run risk because you say you don't like Penix, whatever, but you, regardless of whatever we like or don't like,
be available.
Right. But regardless of whatever we like or don't like, you know, they have their board, but they can like Penix. But guess what? Another team can like Penix. You could run the risk of just not getting a quarterback at all, and then you run the risk of not giving this man proper competition.
I disagree.
Proper competition.
The proper competition is a veteran. It's not going to be a quarterback that's not one of the top three. Yeah, I'm just being honest. And that's the part that we are going to have to just agree to disagree on.
How do you know that, though?
I know that because of the same reasons that Aiden O'Connell wasn't ready mid-season when he got thrown into the Wolves. You're just not going to be ready for the speed of the game. CJ Stroud is he's an anomaly. You know, the last guy before him was Cam. Anomalies. You're talking about guys that are legends at the game.
This is understood, but we don't know that for a fact, right?
We don't know that Cam Newton is by far the best.
I'm saying, like, we don't know what the competition will look like because if you get a Penix,
competition ain't gonna be nothing because I'm telling.
But I'm saying
rundown. You've been at several levels of football, and you know that I don't care how dope you are. It's going to take a few games at a bare minimum to get adjusted. And I'm not talking a camp. I'm talking real live action. See, people are forgetting that AOC came in halfway during the season.
Okay, but look, this is still what I'm saying, though. Yeah, if you get a Penix, at the end of the day, there's no denying. Look, but there's still no denying. If he comes in, at least a fraction ready, he has better arm talent than AOC can ever imagine to have. That's just a fact. That's a fact. He does. I mean, we can say whatever we want about Penix's medical history, but his arm talent is at least 2 times better than Aiden O'Connell's. At least.
I hear what you're saying, but is it accurate? Is it accurate?
So at that point, we can at least say he already has a leg up on his motherfucker already. He's at least, and tell me this. Answer me this question, Turf.
Yeah.
Is he not already more mobile than Aiden O'Connell?
I agree. But even that mobileness is going to still, it's not going to be enough for him to process and it makes sense and him to do things that you're not, you're going to want him to do as a rookie. I'm just telling you.
But processing ain't his problem, though. It's not.
Bro, I've never ever,
it's not his problem.
Number one, anybody that I've talked to about football, when it comes to going from one level to the next, it's the number one thing that they say. I've never ever heard, oh, it was easy. I've never ever heard. The easy I've heard is easy for learning the playbook. I've heard it's easy to learn the offense. And I've never ever heard anybody say, I was just out here running and everything felt normal or the game slowed down. That doesn't happen till midway to the second half of the season if you're playing and starting, right? That doesn't happen. If you're just getting plays here and there throughout the season, even still, like Jibs, the kid from the Lions, even him when he first started. It's just the speed of the game is different, bro.
Well, we should tell the 2 teams in our goddamn division that didn't work then because it worked. Well, the Chiefs is a different story, but it worked for the Chargers.
They got the best player to ever play the game.
It worked for the Chargers.
What worked for the Chargers?
Justin Herbert played.
When did the Chargers win anything?
But they have a better quarterback than us. Do they not?
And when did they win anything? We have
a better roster, do we not?
When
do we not have a better roster? So then why wouldn't we be more confident in the quarterback coming in here?
What do you mean?
We should be more confident.
I'm confident in the quarterback we have.
The Chargers grabbed Justin Herbert and was like, here, bro, play. At this point, when they grabbed Justin Herbert, at the point they were at, their coach was not as good as what we have right now.
He was their quarterback. Their coach was garbage. That guy is the worst.
Exactly. We have a better coach. Front office, better, I would say right now. Damn near the same. Whatever the case, bro.
Our front office was horrible before this year.
I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
Right now, our front office is better. Regardless, they let Justin Herbert come in and play, bro. And I don't think they thought that was a bad decision at all. Because that first year, he came in, he was lighting shit up. And we all looked and was like, damn, they got one. Why can't we do that? Why do we always have to sit there and be like,
we don't always have to. We don't always have to sit there. It's just the bottom line is, okay, so the truth is, he lit it up, right? Did they get to the Super Bowl?
Who?
Herbert in his first year as a rookie and they threw him out there.
Roster concerns, man. All I'm telling you right here is that when he played and when he went out there and balled, we knew that first year they got a motherfucker. Like we knew. Like there was no second guessing.
I understand that, but again, I think we have a team that can win now. And the bottom line is if you go get a rookie and expect him to play, you're guaranteeing that you're not going to the Super Bowl. But then who has to say that he is the driving force of it though? That's where I don't get where some of y'all
the driving force. But listen. This is where I don't get where some of the people who don't want to trade for a quarterback, whatever the case, or don't get one in the second round, whatever the case, this is what I said. Who's to say even if you get that and he plays, he's the driving force of the wins? What if he just does his job?
Right. No, a game manager.
Ooh, But then what if we see steady growth throughout the season where it goes from doing his job to now all of a sudden he's winning these fucking games? That's what I'm saying. So
bro, you're gonna get that out of O'Connell. You do realize O'Connell was 4-1 at the end of the season.
He wasn't winning them games. Stop it. You know that. I don't want to hear that, Turk. He was not winning games.
That's my point to you. I agree with you 100%. He wasn't winning the games, but guess what? He wasn't losing them either. Not only was he not losing them, he was gradually progressing.
So then why couldn't Penix do that?
What do you mean? Because Penix he's going to have the problem of every other rookie's problem, which is the speed of the game. He's just not. Bro, again, that's all I'm trying to say. Even CJ Stroud himself didn't just come out the gates without having to adjust. And all I'm trying to explain to you is that's just going to be the case. And I don't even think any of these dudes are going to beat out AOC anyways, because I think you're going to see an AOC that you just didn't expect. Again, it's that same difference when it comes to college, and you get that kid that, you thought you hit the weight room in college, but once you hit that weight room and you in college, you go back and you go back home from your first year in real college, and cats be looking at you like you crazy because you put on a minimum of 15 pounds.
See, but this is where I think you are not applying the method that you just applied with these D linemen, with these quarterbacks. And you have to. And I want to hear it because you have to.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
We sat here and said these D linemen are different. It's different.
I agree. That I agree with.
It is the same thing with these quarterbacks. You heard I sent you the Telesco thing. He said it in his press conference 2 days ago. He said, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing when quarterbacks come out a little older. Why? Because they've seen a lot of things. They've done a lot of things.
Right.
And that's starting to become a theme now. And when they come out of the draft into the league, you're starting to see more pro-ready quarterbacks than you've ever seen before. Ever.
I agree.
Right? Like they're coming in more ready than they are. Now,
I agree.
It varies on the level of readiness, and also it varies on if your franchise is good enough to handle a young quarterback. I continuously fight on the realm of getting a young quarterback because I think our franchise is finally at a fucking place to handle it. Right? We're at a place to handle that. We're not the fucking Jets where they're so damn dysfunctionate, where now they got to trade away their goddamn second overall pick quarterback. We're not that dysfunctional. We're not. You know what I mean? Like, I think that AP, whoever he brings in, is going to get that quarterback or that player to a point where we can see great, sustainable football. That's what I think.
No, I'm with you. I don't disagree with any of those points you made at all. I just think that y'all underestimate how hard it is for a rookie quarterback to come in and actually compete. You know what I'm saying? The chances of them even winning the job of just a journeyman quarterback is usually slim to none, because that experience, that stuff matters, man. You're talking literally the best of the best. Jacoby Brissett is no runner, but you see he's high on the list for a free agent. And that's because guess what, man? Quarterbacks aren't just out there a dime a dozen. It's not running backs we talking about. And all I'm trying to say, man, is I get we need a rookie, but to think that he's going to come out and manage the game better than an AOC or a veteran that's been doing it for years is just, it's crazy talk to me. And again, if you can show me examples, see, because I always go straight to the numbers. I go straight to the stats. Right. There's never been a rookie to ever win the Super Bowl. So now all I'm saying is just come with a decent argument that makes sense. You started, right? You did when it came to, hey, look, the game is changing. And I agree with that. This draft is stacked. I think it's the biggest draft for every position, not just linemen, not just every position. And quarterback is no different. I've never seen a draft looking like this, quarterback wise. But it still doesn't negate the fact that no quarterback that's come in as a rookie has ever even come close to winning a Super Bowl, let alone winning one. And it's just what they have to deal with is.
But see, that's where we differ, Turf.
Overcome,
and that's continuously where we differ on this point. And that's why our conversations of the quarterbacks differ. Because you think we're close to a Super Bowl.
I do.
I don't. And I'm proud to wear the I'm a realist.
We got to put that in. I'm a realist too, and that's my point. Who in the chat thinks that we're close to a Super Bowl? I think we need 3 people.
We're 2 years away, bro. We're 2 years away.
What I think we need is a offensive lineman, probably 2 defensive linemen, and a cornerback. A linebacker, maybe take away 2 for 1, right? Cornerback, linebacker, and a defensive lineman, and give me an offensive lineman. Now you throw in any vet that doesn't, screw the game up. I'll take any quarterback. I don't think we need Superman quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
That's where it's messed up, bro. Because look, even and this is why I say we're 2 years away. Even if you trade the farm, right? You trade the farm. Say it works, right? We have a quarterback. I still don't think we make the Super Bowl this year because we still need more pieces. There's still more to be added to this team, and you'll have money to do it, right? Because you just rattled off at least D tackle, O lineman, quarterback, linebacker, right? And then whatever else you want to say from there. Realistically, you're not filling all these 5 positions in one off season. You're not. Realistically. I would love if they did, and if they did, well, shit, there we go. But realistically, we're not filling all of that. So you would prioritize now. Quarterback, number 1, right? DT, number 2. Offensive guard, number 3. Corner and linebacker might have to fucking wait.
4A and 4B. I agree.
You know what I mean? So now it's
this is where I differ with you, because guess what? I think with the right defensive tackle, the corner and linebacker don't even really matter that much unless we run into injuries, because we're not depth-wise. We're not depth-heavy. We got great starters. We just don't have a lot of depth. So that's where I differ with you, because, again, I think that defensive tackle changes our entire defense, and our entire defense already is a top 10 defense.
Okay.
It already is. That's a proven fact. It's actually a top 5 defense if you look at it from when AP took over. It's a top 10 defense overall, just period, for the whole season. So that speaks volumes. And if you I don't think people understand what's going to happen when we actually have the ability to have Max one-on-one with Kuntz on the other side. That you've never seen it. You've never seen it. And the problem is going to be, if they don't do that, you can guarantee that big boy in the middle is going to cause even more problems than Max can. So they're not going to be able to do that, which means the ball is going to have to come out, which means that the secondary is going to be that much better off jumping routes and doing what they do. I don't know any other way to put it. That's why we'll win the Super Bowl, because it's not going to be with a better quarterback that's going to outdo Mahomes or score. It's crazy to me to think that. That's crazy talk. The 49ers held them boys to as many points as they could, and they should have won that Super Bowl. They just had faulty-ass coaches making dumb-ass calls. That's just facts.
But no. But you just gave me that ammunition. Yeah. They did have that, and I agree. But I do say,
great quarterback. You're not going to tell me Purdy's a great quarterback.
No. But see, that's the difference. He's not good. He's in the AOC category to me. That's what AOC is. Purdy right now. He's Purdy.
He didn't lose the game.
But he didn't win that motherfucker either. Turf, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I agree.
But listen. I'm going to tell you the difference. I'm going to tell you the difference between what we need and what we have, right? On the last play of the game, Chris Jones was free. Okay, that's Chris Jones. But a more gifted, mobile quarterback sidesteps that big-ass motherfucker at some point, right? Patrick Mahomes in a different scenario, bro, he's going to get that motherfucker off. a more athletic guy gets that motherfucker off. He can't do it, bro. Listen, check this out. Purdy at least even got close when Chris Jones came. I tell you what, if the Raiders was in the Super Bowl and Chris Jones was Scott free and that's Aiden O'Connell, the game's fucking over. It's over.
No,
the game's fucking over. We're losing the game, bro.
No, it's not, because we have Tucker, we have people that can get off the ball quickly, and we can.
If Aiden O'Connell is in that situation,
he's throwing the ball.
It's a wrap. It's over. It's done.
He's either throwing the ball away or he's going to get it off because we have the
down. We're losing the game because he will not move. He can't move away from that.
And if he can't move, his IQ and his acumen will allow him to buy enough time to do what's necessary. There are many quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls that can't move. We're still trying to find the quarterbacks that can move that's winning them.
Chad, and even if you are Aiden O'Connell truther and supporter, Chad, tell me this. If that last play in the Super Bowl was Aiden O'Connell, a Jermaine Illuminor or whoever misses their block, and Chris Jones is Scott free, what's happening? Be real with yourself. Even if you're a truther, if Aiden O'Connell is the starter, bro, it's over. It's over. We're losing.
I kind of understand that. Well, again, I'll have to actually go and look at the play because you're acting like Purdy did something. I don't think Purdy did anything either. And that's my point. And he's definitely going to be more mobile than most quarterbacks probably in the NFL, honestly, right? That's just facts. I mean, Purdy, and that's actually what got them to where they are, where they were as far as getting to that Super Bowl. By him using his legs, bro. A chance. He was using his legs.
He at least had a chance.
He was using his legs. I get he had a chance, but all I'm saying is it's the same outcome, bro. All I care about is results. I don't care if the dude ran all the way to the end of the sideline and threw it, and he almost caught it. It's an almost. Why does that matter?
Sure. Because what we're gonna see,
bro.
No, it does matter because I at least want a chance, right? What we're gonna see is the same shit I saw from the old. No, wait. What we're gonna see is the same shit I saw from the old number 4 for 10 years.
Coach DC,
how many times, bro? How many times did we see a number 4 for the last 10 goddamn years see somebody free and do? How many times I got to see the same shit?
I understand that. See that. Hold on, I got to get the coach because I don't think anybody ever said Mahomes can't move. In fact, Mahomes is one of the most elusive magicians to ever play the game. So maybe you must have heard something wrong. I'm not sure. But I don't. Nobody said Mahomes can't move. He moves around exactly, and in fact, that's the only reason they did what they did this year because he had no weapons to throw to. He had to make magic. He had to make magic.
Let's see what the chat is saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
On some of this, man.
Chat lives matter, baby. Chat lives matter.
Last says, how many mobile QBs win in the last 10 years? Now, in the last 10 years, that's kind of skewed because there ain't been many mobile QBs in the last 10 years. No, you're not talking about the last 5.
They just don't play. They just don't play. They're not better than their counterparts.
Who?
Any of them.
Mahomes is a mobile quarterback.
I agree, but he's not a running quarterback.
He's mobile.
There's a difference.
That don't say running. That says mobile.
I bet you Mahomes probably runs like a 4.7, 4.8 40.
Should that motherfucker be running the way he runs in the playoffs? You fool me because that.
Jerry Rice ran a 4.6 40.
Hey, all I know is this, Turf. All I know is this: in the crucial moments, more times than not, Mahomes is using his what? He uses his legs more times in the crucial moments than he does with his arm. He does.
Purdy did the same thing. I'm not disagreeing with you. And all I'm saying is that is a mobile. There's a difference between a mobile quarterback and a running quarterback, right? All I'm saying is Mahomes is not a runner. He's just so smart with it. He's always going to take what the defense gives him. That's why he gets those 30-yarders down the middle of the field, etc. Because he's smart. His IQ is through the roof. But he's not a runner. He is nowhere close to the guy he beat.
He's mobile.
I understand. There are a lot of mobiles. Russ is mobile.
He at least can run.
Wilson is mobile.
He at least can run. Look,
exactly.
I'm never going to expect Aiden O'Connell to run.
I would never expect him to run. And I expect him to use his brain and everything else that he has as far as accuracy and ability. I'm not excited. And that's my only point to you. I mean, Mahomes is going to make that play. See, you were talking apples and oranges when it comes to that last play with Purdy, because again, it's like false talk. We knew it didn't matter if he got out and
I point out any other mobile quarterback in the league that would have a chance to complete that.
But he didn't. And that's all I'm trying to say is the play didn't get completed. It's no different than if Aiden O'Connell didn't get the ball off.
But he's not going to have a chance. That's the point. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the point.
But all I'm saying is that's just what the outcome was anyways. This year, I think that Aiden O'Connell has the ability to do something. He may be able to anticipate and throw it. I get it. It was fourth down. It had to be done. I understand, but you can't just negate the fact that now this man has had a whole full offseason. He's got a head start on every other person that's coming in the building with Getsy already. And it's just not going to be easy for any rookie to beat him out, let alone a vet. I don't know, man. I think you're going to see something different from this kid.
We'll see.
Don't get me wrong. Different doesn't mean all of a sudden now he's mobile. No. But what I do think you're going to see is a better IQ of how to get rid of the ball, based on the fact that he doesn't have that ability.
And football need to come back, man. We be talking ourselves into shit. I'm telling you, bro. Look,
I've always been an Aiden O'Connell support. Everybody knows that. I'm gonna keep fighting for my dude until it makes no sense. Again, I want a better quarterback. I want a better person at every position. See, y'all yelled at me for trying to upgrade Jacoby Myers. Y'all wasn't yelling at me, he's a great teammate. Everybody loves him. I don't give a damn who loves him. If I can go get Ayuk, who is a Pro Bowler that just racked up 1,300 yards, way more than Jacoby Myers, I don't understand why we wouldn't want to look into that. That doesn't make sense to me. Bro. I don't get it. So
I don't know.
I'm looking to upgrade every position. That's just the way it should be. And I'm looking to have
Vic is on you right there. I understand that he says, why can't we win? It's more along the lines of, bro, we want functional mobility. And that's where most of ours are at. But the likelihood we can even persuade a team to trade with us isn't likely. You're talking about some yeah, maybe, but we'll see, man. I think just making the
that one. Go back to the one you just passed up.
This one?
Yeah, I'll read them. Don't worry. Vic, how many of those quarterbacks we beat were backup quarterbacks? I don't put much stock into those last 5 games.
I mean, I put stock into it, but he's not lying.
You have to. You were playing for. You have to put stock into it. The reason you put stock into it because everybody knew they were playing for something, meaning playing for their coach to be retained. They were playing for a lot of things, man. They were playing for a lot of things. It's so hard to win in the league. People act. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just view things way different than a lot of people when it comes to this stuff. Like I say, the older I'm getting and the more that I'm starting to realize, go back. We got to read these joints.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Remember, AOC didn't even get to prepare for a game until AP came in because McDonald's had them out of the third string quarterback not taking any reps.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, we understand that. I understand that point. But at the same time, still, it's not about not liking him. It's just the fact that there is things of his game that he will never be able to fix. That's it. That's all.
I got a question for you. Did Tom Brady need to fix that?
This is not the same era that Tom Brady was playing.
I'm not saying it is, but that doesn't mean. But that doesn't mean it won't still win.
Peyton Manning.
That doesn't mean that it won't still win, bro.
No, but listen. As much as it's going to hurt some people's ears, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady is extinct. It's over. You're not getting that shit anymore. You cannot do it. Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins are the last of a dying breed. That's just what it is, bro, because you cannot sustain that. You have big-ass D linemen running 4.8s.
I get it. It's too early, though, Rundown. It's still you're trying to push time, bro. It's not there yet. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, as an older gentleman that has watched as many games, right? You're pushing it. And a lot of this comes from the world today, right? This instant gratification, the internet, getting everything yesterday. And all I'm just trying to explain to you is that the statue quarterback, it's not over yet, bro. It's nowhere close to being over. I mean, Mahomes is not a runner. And that's where even calling him a mobile quarterback, in my opinion, is crazy. I don't even think Mahomes can run a 4.8. The kid is just so smart. He's the best thing I've ever seen. And it shows.
It don't matter about that, bro. I be looking at this man. You can't deny what you see. This man he uses his legs in dire situations.
Exactly. He is so dope at it.
That's not smart. That's fucking athletic. And Aiden can't do that. And nowhere ever can we get Aiden saying like, "Oh my God, I'm so smart. I'm gonna run for the first down." Why? Because his fucking body won't let him.
No, I agree with that.
His body won't let him.
But what I want you to understand is what I think we can do and see is going to be him having the relationship with his wide receivers so that they'll have an understanding on, bro, if something go down, we got this. You don't think they're gonna prepare for Chris Jones breaking through the middle and somebody having to break a route off and him
just you think this man gonna matrix throw something because he see? No, he's not gonna do that. There's nothing he can do.
Other quarterbacks did it and do it. I mean, it's not gonna be every play, bro. You act like every play this is gonna be what we do.
But understand this, right? We're literally seeing because there are only two quarterbacks of Aiden O'Connell's mold, right? And that's Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff. Now, cool. We saw Jared Goff in a high. We saw Jared Goff in a high setting. But guess what? When things aren't going according to plan, bro, he's fucked. It's over. It's over for Jared Goff. It's over for Kirk.
I think his coach got outplayed. I don't think Jared Goff lost that game.
No, he didn't lose game. He didn't lose that game. But all I'm saying is things aren't going according to script certain times. They're not going to win the game, right? Now check this out. There are a couple fourth downs. No, listen. There are a couple fourth downs where they went for it. Detroit. Goff, he know he can't run for no goddamn first down, so he's going to throw. Now, obviously, the receiver for the Lions dropped the damn ball. Okay, cool, right? Other quarterbacks, though, I'm running for this motherfucking first down, bro. And we're just going to keep the drive going. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of trying to put it in the air because I know I can't run for this first down, I'm going to run for the first down, bro, and make sure I slide, get it, and let's keep it going. We will never have that option with Aiden O'Connell. Never. Because if the smarts don't work or the timing is off or the line fucks up, or the receiver.
What ifs? How many what ifs are you gonna ramble
because
off?
That's what he needs to be successful. Turf. The line needs to be perfect. The timing needs to be perfect. The receivers can't fuck up. That's what Aiden O'Connell needs.
I can say the same exact thing for Lamar Jackson.
Wrong. Because if his right tackle fucks up, I know for probably 80% Lamar can get the fuck out of that.
What was the results?
What do you mean? What's the results? He's getting a first down if he gets out of there or he throws a touchdown. I've seen it multiple times.
What was the results of the game?
Multiple times.
Multiple times, but when
He's
it mattered.
won games like that, doing that multiple times. If our right tackle fucks up, our right tackle fucks up, it's over.
When it mattered, who prevailed? Not the running quarterback. I'm just saying.
Yes, it was a running quarterback because a running quarterback just won the Super Bowl.
Dude,
a mobile quarterback just run the Super Bowl.
You see, you changed your.
And Lamar is a two-time MVP.
The first time you said a running quarterback just won the Super Bowl, you realize that
he runs.
Bro, he's not. He's run because he's had no choice, and the offense that they run allows
He
him
have no choice.
to smart plays. He didn't have a choice. He has no weapons. Are you kidding me? Patrick Mahomes had no weapons this year.
I'm not saying I don't have no confidence in Aiden O'Connell, but I'm telling you, the fact that you don't think all these factors have to go right. Do you or do you not agree that in order for Aiden O'Connell to be the best he can possibly be, he needs a top 5 offensive line? Am I lying?
I would say any quarterback is going to need a top 5 offensive line if they're looking at.
Wrong. Because Mahomes don't need a top 5 offensive line, and he just won the Super Bowl. Aiden O'Connell
top 5, but I mean, I know obviously he's got a decent offense.
Bro, that line was trash.
So
that offensive line was trash.
It's easy to look up.
That offensive line was garbage. They were not no top 5 offensive line.
I agree. I don't think they were a top 5 line at all, but I don't think. Hold on.
Burrow, terrible offensive line.
They were 17 in the middle.
17
in the middle.
If we have the 17th best offensive line, bro, we're not doing shit with Aiden O'Connell. It's a fact.
I mean, it depends. It really honestly depends. It's easy. It's easy for all of us to speculate and say any and everything. Now, that's why I'm saying there's a lot of what ifs. All I know is that I can count on the stats. I can count on what did happen in the facts. And I know the facts are that Aiden O'Connell got drastically better from when he got thrown in there with the most dysfunctional front office in football in the last 20 years. I mean, he got thrown in there and he didn't look great at all. And he gradually progressed. And he looked great at the end of the season. And I don't care he didn't score, because what I care about is the fact that he learned how to not screw up. That's what I care about, because I can assure you that he was screwing up at the beginning in those first 4 games that they played compared to the last 5. And that's all I'm trying to get across, man. The kid got progressively better. He's going to have a better offensive line. He's going to have a full offseason. All I'm saying is y'all just instantly think that all of these other quarterbacks are going to just beat him out easy, and I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Well,
I just don't see it, man.
The chat is requesting we go to a different subject.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
We talk about this.
Before we leave, I do want to say this is a new playbook, so Aiden O'Connell and the rookie gonna have to learn the same playbook at the same time. Anyway, anyway,
doing it right now. You don't think Aiden O'Connell and Getsy right now are out just going?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing. We'll see.
100% assure you they going ham right now. 100.
Maybe. But we'll talk about this right here. I want to see if we have division on this. Josh or Zamir. And today, folks, it's already spicy. So I'm going to tell it to you like this. And this is for y'all in the chat as well. You don't get no in between. You got to pick. Because that's where we're at right now. That's basically where we're at. You got to pick tonight. And this is where we're at. Are you trying to keep Josh, or are you going to roll with Zamir? And we roll with Zamir and we draft another guy and we get the stable going. How do you feel?
Look,
it's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough, but it's kind of not tough for me because, I understand.
They do both.
Well, no. Well, see, this is the thing that we're not even discussing. We actually have some guys in the stable. I mean, yes, there's some injuries, right? What do you mean? We still got Britton Brown. We still got Walter. We still got Walter. He only had an ACL injury. And then we still got Sincere McCormick. Yep, go ahead and laugh at me. Yes, we still got Sincere McCormick.
Oh my
God, buddy. Hey, they're still on the squad, bro. Whether it's practice, they're there.
Nah, bro. I mean, hey, look.
We don't know what they got going on.
No, I understand Okay. All I'm saying is, I see people saying both. No, you can't cheat, bro. It's not both. Are you keeping Josh? Are you trying to keep Josh? Or are you going to roll with Zamir and let it rock? Me personally, I'm gonna go with Zamir. I'm gonna go with Zamir. I know that's gonna ruffle feathers, bro. But this is my thing. I'm tired of doing this fucking song and dance already. It's only been like 2 years, right? But I'm tired of doing the song and dance. All right, I understand he needs his bread and all that. But if he's not willing, if Josh ain't willing to take 8 or maximum 9, it's over. That's as far as we go.
Even
right?
9. Even 9.
9 is pushing it. Well, like, I thank him for his service. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I thank him for his service, and we let it go, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna let Zamir rock because he's earned that. He's earned the right. Even if Josh come back, Zamir has earned the right to carry the ball. You feel what I'm saying? Like, regardless of the fact. So I think Zamir has the opportunity to do what he can do, and then we get another dude to add to the stable in the draft, and we keep it rocking.
Right.
That's how I'm at. I like the dude from Oregon. I think if you pair Zamir White with the dude from Oregon, Bucky Irvin, maybe somebody else, I'm straight. I think that's a solid ass running back core.
Man, we running backs, bro. And again, this kind of hurts my heart, man, to be honest. I think we can find what we need at that position.
It hurts. Cowtown was the deal, man.
I honestly think we can find what we need at that position anyway.
Federal with the heat.
I hate to say that. And that's ruffling feathers, I'm sure, right? Because how many times you don't just go find a quarterback.
No, bro, it's
a running back. I always say, look, hey, Pacheco got drafted in the 7th round.
Yeah.
He was right.
Alvin Kamara got drafted in the 5th?
Yeah, he's right in front of Purdy. So, like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I'm just being honest. You can go grab some running backs that'll give you the production. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the thing. They won't be household names, but you're going to get the same production. See, people don't get that. Y'all not looking at the numbers, bro.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and pay Josh, right? We can go pay him $9 million, but guess what? For that 800, 900 yards he rushes, we could go pay 2 guys a total of $3 million and get 1,000 out of both of them. You know what I mean? Together. Like,
he's not lying. No, he's not lying.
Sense?
And I agree exactly with what Fear is saying here. We need a stat back. We ain't had a motherfucker like that. Get ready for this.
Absolutely.
We had a dude like that since Jalen Richard.
Yeah, Jalen Richard was my guy, bro.
That's the last time we've had good synergy between backs. You know what I mean? Like, we had it. Because who was the power back when Jalen was here?
It was plenty of them. We had
was it Latavius and him?
Who was it?
Was it Latavius and
Latavius Martin? He was there.
And then him. I think bro. We had this synergy.
We've had a couple of them.
See, look, Ray Davis. That's a guy in the draft. See, I see some guys. Beezy says Josh.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like that.
It's not enough to give him the keys. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Zamir would have had 100 yards, damn near every game, if we weren't fucking around in that Indianapolis game. If we would have ran the ball like we should have at Indianapolis, bro, he would have had damn near 100 plus. In that game too, right. He showed a lot to me in them 4 games, bro. A lot.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
I'm dead ass with this sincere McCormick talk, bro. I'm done with it. I don't want to hear it anymore. All right, we've heard this man for 3 years.
He's still on the team. Y'all see, all I'm trying to say, facts are facts, man. He's still on the team. He's still on the team. Damn, Spence. I see Spence.
No, Brandon. If they pay him $12 million, it's a fail. It's a fail.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. If we pay $12 million, dude, that is dumb.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. That's just foolish. It's pure foolishness.
Josh can make things happen when there's nothing there.
I agree.
Can't. It's agreed. That's the difference between the two.
I can agree with that.
If we get our all offensive line together, hey, JJ don't got to be the workhorse of the running game. Let Zeus and another rookie split some carries. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what Zeus can't do, you bring another back in that can do that.
Right.
Right? Like Cowtown says Ray Davis, Bucky Irvin, whatever the case, bro, they're going to be more shifty than Zamir, right? You do that. They can do things Zamir can't. Now we have the back and forth again.
Right.
Zamir and Marshawn Lloyd. Interesting. Hey, see, look, there are some names. People give us some names. JJ comes in clutch in moments when the QB can't do shit. Intriguing. I've seen it, but I will point out this to everybody as well. Josh Jacobs has only had one full healthy season since being in the NFL.
Because he's old.
You can be mad at that information, or you can take it as you wish. But at the end of the day, bro, it's facts are facts. He's only had one full healthy season since being in the NFL, and that was that shit 2 years ago when he led the league in rushing. That's the only full healthy season he's ever had. So before we get on here talking about let's pay this man $12 million per year, really ask yourself, if you were the GM of this team and I knew he's good, but this motherfucker cannot stay healthy for a full entire season, I'm not paying this man no $12 million per year. Right. You just held out last year for some bread.
Right.
You held out because you was trying to get some bread, and this year wasn't kind to you at all. I'm definitely not giving you over no $9 million.
No, not even close. I've been saying that forever, bro. You're talking to a running back, man. It hurts my heart, but there's just no way I'm paying you that as the GM. It doesn't make sense. I'm wasting my money. I can go get three guys. And rotate them bad boys in, and they're gonna be ready to just smash and get the same production, if not more. It's just facts. I'm not saying
if they paid him that. Right. Now, obviously, Turf and I can't do shit about it. We're not cutting the check. If they do that shit right there, that is going to be a stupid ass decision. I'm just telling you that right now. Yeah, he can return all he wants, but the money got to make sense. I'd be damned. They pay this man $12 million for 2 years or whatever the case, and there's all this defensive line talent out there. Oh, stop it! Get out of here with that, bro. Like sign the other positions first, bro. You can't convince me that giving Josh $12 million a year is more of a priority than signing a top tier defensive tackle. You can't convince me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense.
Nowhere.
Latavius Murray.
I agree with this. I think we should have utilized Abdullah more. I think Abdullah.
I agree 100%. He never got his fair share.
Abdullah never fucked around and
only came in on the third down.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Zamir's not the guy. He can't carry the squad if our QB struggles. We don't know that.
Hey,
he carried us to a win in Kansas City.
Marshawn Lynch played with Jalen Richard.
Oh, it was Marshawn?
He played with him.
Oh, okay.
That's a great question. That's why look, I love Jalen Richard. And in fact, man, my guy Spence can vouch for me. I've been seeing him on the freaking. Now I finally see him chirping on Instagram. But anyways, I've always talked about Jalen Richard, and what I've talked about is he is actually the only every down back we had through that 2015 to 21. He was there for 5-6 solid years, man. And he's the only back that could go in and you didn't know what it was going to be. You didn't know if it was going to be a run or a pass. He could block, he could catch, and he could run in between the tackles out everywhere. Jalen Richard was dope. I'm just letting y'all know. And he did play. He played with some monsters. Like I say, I got to 2018 when it comes to who he was playing with. And he was a monster, bro. And he always got reps. And we had badass running backs when he was there. That's why I'm saying he deserved every rep he got. He took advantage of every rep he got. Josh Jacobs. Yeah, so he was there with Jacobs from 19 to 21.
Man. Give me 1 second. I'll be right.
Yeah, for sure. But oh man, so y'all don't like drafting young fresh. See, Sincere is young and fresh, my guy. Come on, Cowtown. We usually have good repertoire, man. I absolutely love Sincere McCormick. But hey, I get it. I understand. Yeah, Jalen Rashard wants to get back in the league. That's not surprising. You know why? Because I was actually just looking at the data. He's only 30 years old. So if he's taking good care of himself and, actually, took care of his body throughout this process and really, stayed on path to come back, that would be easy work for him. I could see him absolutely doing fabulous. He was one of my favorite running backs. That's just honest facts. Like, he was an every down back. You could put him in and nobody would know what you were doing. He could block. He could pick up blitz. Excellent running back, man. Excellent running back. Shout out to Jalen Rashard. Yeah.
Shout out, man.
And as y'all see, Spence finally got on. Shout out to my guy Spence. You are 100% correct. Let that man walk.
He don't come back.
9 mil, let him go. I don't even want to see him for 9 mil.
Nah, nine is even pushing it for real. 9 is even pushing it for real.
Deuces.
Pushing it.
Straight up. Yeah.
But definitely, man, hey, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. It's been another crazy episode of the Turf and Rundown show. I saw on Tuesday you gave your deep dive on the coaches and all that, man. Crazy deep dive that you had on there. Let the people know about some of that you gave on.
Yeah, I mean, really what it boils down to is the mentality of what we're building. And that's that toughness. I mean, the bottom line is we know what the Raider way is when it comes to what AP is saying and toughness, right? And the ability to play through things and play hard every down and fly. I was blessed with having a career in Montana when it comes to football after, high school. And it opened my eyes to a lot. And I got to be around some major legends. And that's just facts. I got to be around the Sonny Lubicks. I got to be around the Dennis Ericksons. He came and gave speeches, right? I saw all of that. In the fabric of those Montana boys, I got to give them a shout out. Don't play, man. And anybody that's had to deal with a team from Montana knows exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't matter that they've never been on the big stage as far as straight, Division I. It didn't matter, man. Those guys would always bring the heart. And we got a lot of that mixed into our squad right now when it comes to our coaching staff. And that mental toughness is what they're going to bring 100%. And it's going to translate into the physical side of it because that's what AP wants. And they get it. And these are they're brilliant football minds. I mean, again, these coaching trees do matter. They really actually do matter. Sometimes they don't present themselves as expected, right? The Belichick tree is looking funny. I know that's my boy Spence is going to say something about that. Am I lying? I mean, what is his tree produced?
Oh, his tree ain't done a damn thing.
Not yet. You know what I mean? I think there's some guys that will. But so far, I mean, it's not much. And all I'm telling y'all is we got some coaches that are sprinkled all over the place, whether it's, beginner coaches all the way up to guys that are in big time positions and they got Montana ties. So you can absolutely bet your ass it's going to be some toughness on the field.
See, I'm hella excited for this season. Like Brandon says right there. I mean, I'm excited. Now, obviously, this is the time of the year where we all kind of put our own opinions on what we want the team to be shaped like, because we would shape the team in our own image. Like everybody would do that, right? Like if you had the chance to build this team, you would build it how you want to build it. So obviously everybody's opinions are all based in the off season, but I'll be excited for the season as long as I know there's a plan. You feel what I'm saying? Like as long as there's a plan in place. Say if the plan is go defense. Now we got Byron Murphy and a lot of goddamn defensive linemen to look forward to. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that plan. All right, let's move forward with that. But I don't want it to look like it's a goddamn mess and everything's all over the place. And we as Raider fans, it's sad to say, like, we know what that looks like. You know what I mean? As far as like dysfunction and mess. So as long as I see the plan in place, right, and there's an avenue to always get better, cool, we straight. That's all I want.
So I'll give y'all this. I do have angst. I do have anxiety. And I'm not confident in what we're going to see offensively.
That's a question mark.
I'm gonna give y'all that. I'm just gonna let y'all know. As much as I'm over here talking about going to the Super Bowl, I'm being honest. I'm being raw. I'm giving y'all Turf's feelings. Yeah, my feelings are I am terrified of what we are going to see offensively. For whatever reason in my mind, I think it's going to be either or. I don't see a gray area. I think it's just either going to be lights out, wow, this is it, or not only do we have work to do, this is just the word. We're starting at ground zero with the offense again. I think it's possible the tables turned a little too hard, right? Because, I mean, we didn't have a single offensive mind in the building after we got rid of the waste. So that is a fear. It's a big fear for me.
Yeah, it's not a lot of offensive prowess, I'd say, right? That's where, you can look and be like, that's kind of gets you. But there are guys on the staff that have developed and have worked with great minds of football and players. You know what I mean? Like, Getsy's worked with Aaron Rodgers. Good players, great players. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen that.
Devontae Adams, wide receivers coach.
Right? I mean, you work with a Hall of Famer. We watched that Telesco interview, right? He gave the tidbit, and we didn't talk about this earlier, but I think this is important to highlight. Today, if you have not watched Telesco, just go through his little press conference or whatever he's doing, like the little media row he's doing for the combine. He's talking with Bucky Brooks, and he says something about quarterbacks. And he's like, I've been around Peyton Manning. I've been around Justin Herbert, Phillip Rivers. Regardless of our feelings of Phillip Rivers, right? He's still a good quarterback. But I can say that now because he's retired. Yeah, I can say that now because he's retired. But regardless of how we feel, like, he's been around good quarterbacks. So it's like he knows what the preparation looks like. You know what I mean? Like, I know what a good quarterback is supposed to look like when he prepares and when he leads a team and yada, yada, yada. So that when he said that, I was like, damn, he really does. So that's a little tidbit to think like, okay, he might know what the fuck he's talking about when he's talking about quarterbacks and all that.
Yes, 100%. He absolutely does. I mean, come on, man. The guy doesn't get paid millions for for nothing. Just to eat burgers and sift through quarterbacks. Like, no, the guy has the talent. And that's the thing that a lot of us, and even when they quote unquote suck at their talent, they got a talent and they're doing better than any of us. It's easy for us to sit here and play with fake billionaires' money and act like we know what we're talking about. Because I can
think of this climate, right? Like, shit, this motherfucker, realistically, it's football. This motherfucker held a job for a long ass time. And in the climate he's in, GMs don't stay in that chair for a long time unless you're doing your job right. At some degree, right? Like, we've said that we laugh at the Chargers and Charger fans would be like, oh, Raider fans are trying to cope or whatever. But at the end of the day, right, he was doing his job right to a degree to not get fired for the length he was in tenure. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if he was a shitty GM, he's getting fired. That's just facts. So, I mean, we all looking around shit. Everybody now losing their job. Everybody losing their jobs in a goddamn heartbeat at this point, right? Like, shit. He held his job for 10 years. He was doing something right.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. No, I in Telesco, I trust. I don't know any other way to put it. I think it's the perfect storm for us. I think that he's going to do what he does well, and the stuff that he didn't do well at, they won't allow it because that's what they do well at. Meaning everyone else that's on the coaching staff, in the front office. They know offense. See, we didn't have. I mean, they know defense. We didn't have anything offense last year. In my opinion, the minute we got rid of Josh McDaniels, it was the minute everything offensively literally went out the window. Period. And I mean, it's not like it was saying much because we weren't doing anything with what he had us doing, anyways.
No,
just with his style. So, I'm. It's gonna be what I liked about what Getsy said that really got my juices flowing, if you will, is the fact that he's one of the first that actually come out and say, I don't have a system I'm trying to enforce on people here. I'm trying to build the best offense based on the team members that we have. That's what needs to happen. And that's what's going to get us in the right direction. It's not going to be, well, this is the stuff we want to do, so now we're going to do that. And then what we don't have that fits, we'll just start figuring it out. No, you figure out what you have and you tailor it towards it. And I think he's got that kind of a mind.
We'll see. Your boy Spence don't like the move. But
Spence. He's actually to some extent right. Let's be honest here. Hey, as you said, rundown. I went through an extensive rundown. Chucky's kid is still there. Nepotism. Our assistant head coach, Marvin Lewis's son, is part of the coaching staff. Nepotism. Right? Turner, North Turner's son, is part. Right? And there's another one that's part. There are guys that are on here that they are coaches. They are coaches' sons, but that can work both ways. I hear you when it comes to the nepotism, and they're getting these jobs. Again, that's right. You did say AP. I hear what you're saying, where it's, hey, these guys are getting these jobs. Most of them, to be honest, are entry-level jobs. And to an extent, hey, I've said this a bazillion times. If you're winning the Super Bowl, everybody matters. Everybody matters. From the janitor in the buildings all the way up to the quarterback. So, and that includes these assistant coaches positions where, you got a lot of nepotism going and guys that are being put there, based on the fact of who their parents are. That's just fact. You can't hide that. And I'm not going to be here and try to hide that, So
no, that's true.
That's what it is, man. But all I can say is I looked at it from the perspective of I like what their dads did as far as their careers, and hopefully the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, because if that's the case, they're going to do exactly what we need. North Turner damn sure took shots down the field on a regular basis. We need his son Scott to do the same thing.
True. True. So we'll see what happens there. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Before we go on out of here, we're gonna tell y'all I think we're gonna keep this new time. I like this new time. I think it's cool. Y'all let us know down below in the comments, whatever the case, man. But I think we're gonna keep this new time. How you feeling about it?
I love it, boss. We got 45 people in here right now.
Trap booming.
Everything's booming. I love it. Y'all already know, man. I'm here for the love, man, for the love of the game. Like Rundown said, I'm not gonna sit here and try to front or act like it wouldn't be nice to collect a couple of coins from our efforts and our work. But at the same time, you're never gonna hear me ask for it. I'm just telling you that flat out. You're never gonna hear me to ask for a super chat, a member, or it's just not how turf get down. It's not what I'm here for. Great if I get it. If not, great. I'm not here for that. I'm here to give to the masses, to give to the real, true Raider fans, football fans in general. See, and that's, we're trying to break this thing out, right? That's why we're starting to slowly but surely, add non-football topics, because again, this is, football is more than football. We all know that. football is life. Football, I'm actually in the middle of writing a piece about how college sports prepares you for the real world, specifically corporate America. And again, I'm definitely stealing a little bit from my guy, DeAndre Sears. He's actually done a lot of work in this area, but I want to do it in a perspective from an engineering team. I don't think there's much difference between engineering teams and football teams. So yeah, I'm definitely going to start touching base on that and the fact that absolutely you know how to work well with others and play better when you're a part of a team, a collegiate sport where there is no, I can just do it all, right? There's a lot of developers that, I don't care about, right? There's a lot of things you can do that with, in corporate America, if you will. But if you're gonna win, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
No, that's a fact.
And that's in corporate America. That's in anything that you're doing. And yeah, I'm definitely going to absolutely start having some conversations about that, because I'm telling you right now, as a manager, as a person that's hires people, etc. It makes life easier when you know that you have somebody that actually knows how to play their position. You know what I'm saying? You do
that's the definite truth. That's the definite truth. And as long as we keep doing that right there, we're gonna reach the goal. You know what I mean? And the goal is coming very, very soon. We got to get this platform right here, the Turf and Rundown thing. Like we said, we just started, but it's growing, bro. It's growing. So we trying to do some more bigger, better things with it for sure. Like Turf said, we ain't never gonna ask y'all for nothing, whatever the case. But exactly. Like my people do tell me, right? If you're good at something, you can't do it for free. You gotta always ask for a little fee. So at the end of the day, right? It's what we do. We good. We still got to make our cheddar at the end of the day, and we're gonna do that. But
what I will say, I mean, again, like I said, I'm never asking, right? We never asking from that perspective, but just think to yourself, if you actually, went out to a show and you got to see a guest, say Rundown gets, an old player or somebody that's worthy. Say I get a guy that's never, ever missed a Super Bowl. It's been to every Super Bowl that existed, right? See, these things, it takes a lot of effort to do those things. And like, for instance, my guy Chris, right? Protect the Shield. Shout out to Protect the Shield.
Oh, yeah.
The guy gets Hugh Jackson, man. Are you kidding me? Hugh Jackson is an ex-NFL head coach. I got to pay my admission. I feel dirty not giving that man his just due. Do you understand what it takes to get a Hugh Jackson on your podcast?
Tight,
bro. I'm just telling y'all, we be working. And again, this is not us trying to beg, and we're just giving y'all the game, as they say. It's the game, and people work hard, man. People work hard.
You already know what time it is. So like we always say, it's another Thursday here for the Turf and Rundown Show. Make sure you guys are hitting the like and subscribe button on both channels. It's almost the weekend, right? We glad we can usher y'all into the weekend. So today is Turf and Rundown. If you on the TRS market on the network, right? All right, you already know. Turf and Rundown Thursday. Tomorrow, Fan Talk Friday with Chris and Protect the Shield. Make sure you guys tap into that. That's going to be fire. Shout out to Myra, right? She's here. She's a honorary TRS member. Shout out to Myra. Always, man. Shout out to Rafa as well. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. But once again, you already know.
Don't forget about Leo, bro. Don't forget about Cheeto Linus. He's got the gear. He's got shows. He's got videos. You got to hit his channel up. He's starting to really get it grinding right now. He's starting to figure stuff out. Ladies and gentlemen, go check that channel out. Cheeto Linus. 100%.
Right. So like we said, stay on the network. Stay up to date. We ushering you into the weekend. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke up. Right? Go ahead. Right? Chill out. We almost to the weekend. Y'all stay safe. Once again, it's been another Thursday show of the Turf and Rundown Show. Y'all stay safe, man. We're going to see y'all next Thursday.
Peace.